Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. How are you doing? Hope you're having a nice time. My name is Jane Annie. I'm a consultant clinical pharmacist, and today we are having another episode on the skin. I know I've done some series on the skin before, but okay, let's go. So we will be speaking generally on skin, how to maintain your skin health. I know that there's a lot of stories around having a clean, clear, glassy skin, skin like butter, skin like milk. That's outward appearance, and don't misunderstand me, it's very important that your skin looks healthy, but it is also important that your skin is healthy. Reason being that is that your skin is bright and looks beautiful does not necessarily mean that it is healthy. So combining the two will give you the optimal result, because you do not want to compromise the integrity of your skin. So as a recap, if you remember what we discussed earlier, the skin is the largest organ in the body, meaning that just like you have other organs, you have the intestine, you also have the skin, right? So being the largest organ, it should tell you that it has a very important role to play, because it has a very large surface area. Whatever you apply on it, the skin is capable of absorbing. I'm sure you have seen maybe the intestine of a goat or a cow before. When you look at that long intestine and see how thick it is, when you eat food actually get absorbed across that intestine that you see, right? So the skin also, things that you apply on the skin, just like the things you eat in your mouth is absorbed in the intestine, things that you apply on the skin can actually get absorbed into your system. That's why you see people who have done like very strong chemical peels or bleaching over time, they can actually go down with one either kidney damage or one issue or the other, because the kidney is trying to detoxify these chemicals that get into the body. So I'm laying this background for you to understand that the skin is not just one jacket there. No, it's part of your body. It's an organ in your body, and is also an important organ in your body. So you need to take good care. I will have to point out some things, both the ones that we're already doing very well and the things we need to improve on. As I said earlier, that a skin is clean and clear doesn't mean that we shouldn't have clean and clear. I mean, everybody should have clean and clear skin, but we should also strive to have a healthy skin, because the skin cannot perform its function, the function of protecting us, the immune function, all the functions of the skin cannot be performed if the integrity of the skin is compromised, because we're trying to look beautiful and healthy. Instead of looking it, be beautiful, be healthy. Okay, all right. So today this will come in series. So this is the first series. I'll term this as part A. Today we're going to just look at the products we're using, how to identify maybe a product that is deteriorating, also how long you should use a product. So if a product is not prescribed by the doctor, we know that cosmetics, we pick it up in the shops and all that. The truth is that a lot of people have very high expectations of product. When I was running my pharmacy in Abuja, some people come to me and be like, oh, I have a wedding by the end of the month. I need something that, brighten me up, that will work very quickly. These are not bad expectations, but they are extreme expectations. I'll tell you why. For example, if you have maybe diarrhea or you're sick and the doctor gives you an antibiotics, I say, oh, go to the pharmacy and pick up these antibiotics. You're going to be expected to, like, in 7 to 10 days, be okay from that antibiotic. So there's a duration for the treatment, which will be like, oh, 7 to 10 days, you have completed this medication and you'll be okay. But when you are using a cosmetic or something for your skin, we are not looking at 7 to 10 days. We are actually looking at minimum of 3 months. 3 months to see the effects. I'm not saying that we're going to look at 3 months for the cream to do whatever wonder that you want it to do. No, we're saying that in 3 months of using that particular product, you should start seeing an effect. But duration of use should be between 6 months to 1 year. So imagine how long it takes for a good cream to work, or a good product, either you're using niacinamide or maybe you're using vitamin C or whatever serum you're using. So the aim shouldn't be for you to choose a product that will work very quickly, very fast. That's not the aim. The aim is for you to choose something that should be good for you, but wait for the effect. And this is the problem that people who sell cream have. Most times people come to them and say, oh, this cream is not working. Why is it not working? Because you haven't given it enough time to work. The skin is not like the internal organs that will absorb quickly. It takes time, and the changing of the outer surface is made stronger. Of course, you should know, if you are building a product, maybe a car, or whatever you're building, the inside engine or whatever should be delicate, then the outside covering should be strong. In the days of Peugeot, I know they used to have a lot of very strong exterior cars. So the idea is for it to protect the interior. So if you have something like the skin, you should know that it is stronger than most organs, and that means that it's going to take a lot of time to change whatever it is in it. So if you're experiencing maybe rash, or you're treating this and whatever, you're maybe having hyperpigmentation, it's important that whatever product you're using, you should take it slow and wait to see an effect before you change it to another thing. So you see people jumping from one product to another product. This one is not working, my friend said this is working. No. Another thing is build your expectation, not just with the product, but with yourself. Like myself, I have a lot of acne. Like as a younger person, if you knew me in person, you know that I have acne. If I'm on period, I have acne. If I'm ovulating, I have acne. So in a month, I might have like 2 or 3 bouts of acne. So that led to a lot of discoloration, hyperpigmentation, scarring. But the main thing is that for someone like me, my expectation for skincare will not be the same with someone who never had an acne. So if you're expecting to see a change because, oh, this worked for your friend's condition might not be the same. So your baseline should be yourself. You should use your skin the way it was before to measure your skin, how it's going now. So when you are evaluating the use of a product, try to use yourself, not someone else. And we don't all have the same skin type. Some people have dry skin, some oily skin, So also, sometimes of our life differ. Like myself, for example, when I was younger, I had very oily skin. As I go older, my skin is getting drier. So I can't say, oh, this product worked for me before, then it has to work for me now. No. So I'm saying, in essence, take your time when you are changing your products. Take your time to watch that the product is good for you. We're going to also talk in-depthly about, content of product and what to avoid, what not to avoid. Another important area is when you store your products. There are some products that you can't store them anyhow. If you're using something like vitamin C, if you're using peptides, if you're using product, maybe you're having a treatment that requires probiotics, some of these products require temperatures that are below 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, and the truth is that if you are living in maybe sub-Saharan Africa, where the temperature is usually very hot, you most likely will not get this in a room temperature. It's usually, you're expected to have a product that will need 15 degrees Celsius. Even when you turn on your AC, your air conditioner, you find out that the room is 18 degrees Celsius, right? So most product will range, their storage will range from maybe 15 to 25, thereabout degrees Celsius for storage. And sometimes we don't get that temperature for our rooms. So you have to look for a cool, dry place. Some people keep their skincare products on the windows, which is very dangerous because you are just going to encourage sunlight to hit on it. So many products cannot be allowed to are deteriorated by sun. A lot of product, especially serum, vitamin C serum, they are antioxidant, and you expect them to oxidize very fast. On the presence of sun, the vitamin C will degrade. So when you are using it now, you are saying, oh, well, this product is not working for me, but you didn't store it well. I've seen people trying to store their product in the handle of refrigerators, because they probably stay in countries that are very, very hot. There are special storage conditions for some products, which I will list in the comment section of this video, to help when you are sorting out your product, to say, okay, this product will need special care. I can't just keep it anyhow. And hopefully people who buy or the stores that are selling to you are also using good storage condition. Okay, So when you buy a product, another aspect is the how long you have to use a product. Always try to use your product like product that you can pump out. You know, I'm sure I brought something to demonstrate, instead of using product that you have to dig your hand in to bring out, because sometimes we're dealing with infection. People will use dirty hands to pick it up, or you can even have a picker inside the cream to help you bring it out. If you can't get product that come with pump that you can pump out, you know, most companies are tilting towards that. Get product that you can pump out when you press it, instead of the ones that you have to put your hand in like a cup to pick up the product. So if you know you cannot always wash your hand and keep your hands very clean before digging it into the cream, or maybe you are a lot of people using the cream at the same time, you might have to wash that out. That can be part of the reason why you are scaring or having all these breakouts and all that. So how you use your product and how you store the product, how long you use it after opening. Usually you shouldn't use one product for more than 3 months. You know, maximum is 6 months. I don't see any reason why a product should be on your shelf for 1 year. You're still using it. There's no point, because even if the company has said, oh, we have preservative on this product, this preservative, once you open the product, the preservative starts to deteriorate because of the air coming in contact with it. So in essence, try your best to ensure that you use the product within this period of time. Store it in a good place. Ensure that there's no sunlight. These things matter a lot. I will write more on the comment section of this video to help. Let me see. So if you notice that you have a product, this one happens most with people who sell organic products. You know, I've had the reason to see 1 or 2 where the product is cracking. What we call cracking in pharmaceutical preparation is when you have a product that is separating from, like, you have the cream and you see oil by the side. So preparation, preservation, stabilization of creams are not very easy for people who produce individually, right? Because big companies, the advantage they have is that they use the highest equipment and they go for very strong stabilizers. You know, they buy a lot of strong stabilizer and they have standard measurement, they have quality assurance, they have long-term checks for this product. Sometimes they start a kind of research on a product for like 5 years. Within that time, they're able to see how the product behaves in different countries, collect data, and comfortably give us the best. I'm not saying that people who do private businesses are not doing their best, but I'm saying that when they do mixing, some of them mix in such a way that by the time you buy it, you find out that the product cracks easily. And this easy crack can be due to the process of the production. And this is very dangerous for you, the end user. You can't use a product that is cracked. You know what I mean by crack? There's a separation, you can see discoloration, or you can see the oil coming out from the cream. You know, cracked product means that most times a reaction has taken place. Like if you have a ketone in the product, sometimes they have deteriorated into their components, which is very dangerous for you because those components can be toxic. If you have a salt can just deteriorate into the acid-based component. And what you're not rubbing on yourself is the acid-based component, which is not what you paid for. So you have to be very, 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 very careful with things like this. If you notice discoloration, if you notice any separation, if you notice any odor, or even like a mold growing in any way, that product has to be discarded. You do not have an option, it just has to be discarded immediately. Okay, so what have I not spoken about in this episode? Okay, so see you in the next episode. We'll talk more on the product that should be used at night. I hope by the time you listen to the series, you will be willing and ready to hit your 2025 with a realistic goal for your skincare and have a good outcome generally. Thank you. This is Jane once again.